All right, welcome to Purple Raider Sitdown. This is now, I don't know what week it is, but we're going into game 23 of you guys' season. I am here with Elijah Farrington, star forward for the Purple Raiders this season. You guys are 20-2 on the year. How does it feel to have the success that you guys have had so far?
Thanks for having me, first of all. And, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year we'd be 20-2, I would have been really excited and just, really happy for, this team and this program and just, the amount of success we've had these last 2 years. And we just couldn't get over that hump of winning that conference tournament and couldn't make it to the NCAA tournament. And we're just hoping to turn things around this year.
Yeah, speaking of last 2 years, so last year was kind of a breakout season for you. Second team All-OAC, averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds a game, shooting 60% from the field. What was that like for you last year to kind of, in your sophomore year, really get to, be comfortable on the court and really contribute?
Last year was a really big stepping stone for me. Transitioning from high school ball to college ball was, it was kind of difficult for me, as far as like the pace of the game and just the physicality of the guys. But, once I found that groove and started, bonding and gelling with the guys, it just took off from there. And, we had a pretty successful season last year, going, I believe, 18-9. And, yeah, we're just hoping to, keep winning how we are this year, and we're just going to see how far that can take us.
Yeah, and then this year you've improved in a lot of categories. You're averaging 15 points a game now, 8 rebounds, 2 assists a game. You're shooting 15% better from the free throw line this year. That's, I think, one of the biggest improvements, it seems, that you've made. What went into that? Was it a lot of working in the offseason to get better?
Oh, yeah, it was a ton of work, I feel like I've been a pretty decent foul shooter my whole life, but really last year, like the mental part just really stuck in my head. I had a stretch of a few bad games down in Vegas, and like I just kept getting into my own head, just overthinking every time I got up to the line. So this summer, me and my dad, we went crazy.
Every day?
Every day we were shooting hundreds of free throws, just getting that muscle memory down and just, replicating game situations. And I'm just thankful for him and just how much he's really wanted to be like there for me and just wanted to help me improve this part of my game. And I feel like it's had a big part of our winning with this year because, last year I'd go up to the free throw line and, just wouldn't know if I'd be able to make some. But, this year, knowing how much better I got at free throws, it's a lot more comfortable. And, free throws have been a really, really big struggle that we've had the last few years. But, this year, we got some guys that can, go up there and it's just automatic. So
I think we got multiple 90-plus from the free throw line guys. So that's really nice to just know you got always multiple guys on the court who can always knock down a free throw. So this season you've had 8 double-doubles so far, including 3 straight going into our game tomorrow against Heidelberg. Being able to kind of impact the game in a lot of different ways, like how do you think that helps your team, being able to get those double-doubles with points and rebounds as well?
Man, like, we know that we're a really good team, and I feel like one of the little struggles that we have is rebounding. And I feel like if we can, make sure that we secure that rebound, then we have a really high chance of, getting a good outcome on the next offensive possession, whether that's pushing the ball or just, like we are a really, really, really good defensive team, but, just finishing with that rebound just gives us that insurance to go down on the other end and play offense,
And speaking of kind of rebounds, we got 3 big men on this team that all play a lot of minutes. Yourself, Sean Vaden, and Caleb Larich.
Yeah.
All 3 of you guys play very different styles.
Yeah.
But I think all are very, very good contributors to this team.
Yeah.
What's it like getting to play alongside those guys?
Man, it's great playing with those guys. They bring the energy, the intensity, and just playing out there and knowing that you got those big fellas behind you, holding down the paint offensively and defensively. It's just great, and it's fun to play with them.
Yeah, even in this last game, I remember it was a little kind of pick and roll or high-low with you and Sean.
Yeah. And
that was, just so fun to watch. I don't know how a team could stop you guys. You're about 6'6" and he's 6'11".
Yeah.
So that's a pick and roll. That's kind of a nightmare for an opposing team. So you guys kind of getting your connection is I think just as the team to another level, being able to connect with them.
Yeah.
But you also have a connection, I would say, with our guards of this team.
Mm-hmm.
Chance and Fat Hamilton have both been really good so far this season. What's your connection with them like on the court?
Those are my guys, man. Like, just knowing that you got guards who can, score, facilitate, and pressure, and just completely guard the other team's like best players. Like, it's great knowing that. We got guys that can, make plays the way that we do. So it just takes a lot of pressure off of everybody knowing that we all can contribute in different ways.
And so you, this season, it was the beginning of December, you missed one game, and then the next couple of games you kind of were still dealing with. Was it an ankle injury that you were dealing with?
So
what happened in those few games?
Yeah, so I think I had plantar fasciitis in my right foot, like towards the bottom. It was really, really bothering me. And then I think it turned into a midfoot sprain just because of how I was trying to walk and run differently. So, getting through that hump and still winning games was, all I could really ask for. So I'm just grateful that we won those games where I was a little down, and my team really picked me up, and I'm just grateful for that.
And how would you say, like, so you guys, you're 20-2 right now. You started the season 16-0. You lost those 2 games, and then you've just kind of picked it right back up, and you've won 4 straight now. How did the coaching staff kind of help you guys through losing those 2 games? I mean, it's easy to get down on yourselves, but you guys have kind of just kept your chin up and kept playing well. What was the message from the coaches after that game, and just how you guys were able to bounce back?
Honestly, this is college basketball. Like, we're going against college athletes, and we know that, most of the time, like, we're going to be the better talented team, but we know that if we don't execute and, play our game, that we can still lose. Like, that's still a possibility. So, just having those 2 losses, it really gave us a reality check, and, it kind of allowed us to not be as complacent with ourselves and really just like stay hungry to, keep striving to be better.
And so this team, I mean, we kind of mentioned it with some of the guys, but I feel like this team can really go like 10 deep.
Yeah.
You've got a great starting lineup, and then guys coming off the bench. I mean, all of them play a really key role in this team. Jonah and I, who have called the basketball games this season, talk about it a lot, how you got the starting lineup who, I mean, you guys are good defensively, but your strength is scoring the basketball, I would say. And then that second unit comes in, and they just shut the opponent down. You got Jack Dunbar, Jarrett Taylor, Sean Vaden. All those guys just are so tough to play basketball against. What do you think it is about this team, like being able to go 10 deep? How do you think that helps you guys out so much?
Man, it's just crazy. Like, I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. Like, we can really run 12 deep if we really wanted and needed to, but just knowing that you have that much firepower off the bench, it just takes a lot of pressure off you, knowing that once we come out the game that, they're going to pick it right back up. And, even if we start off slow, then, our bench is always going to be better than the other team. So just knowing that they're going to come out here and punch the other team right in the mouth, it takes a lot of pressure off you, and just it makes you feel a lot better about yourself.
So looking back at your time growing up, who were some of your favorite players growing up? Somebody maybe you modeled your game after, anything like that?
So I've always been a big LeBron fan. Like, he's the reason I got into basketball, made me fall in love with it. But 2 other players that, I've tried to replicate my game after, like, most people don't know, but I've always been a guard growing up, and then I had a growth spurt my senior year of high school. So two other guys that I tried to replicate my game after were Dwayne Wade and Donovan Mitchell. So those are 2 guys that I like playing.
Talking to Coach Fuline before, I think it was last season, not this season, but he told me that you were a guard in high school and everything. I was like, wow. I mean, so what was that? Was that tough having to, kind of switch positions a little bit because you just grew so much?
I mean, I would say it was a little tough just knowing that in high school I was always the biggest person, but like I was still playing that guard position. But then when I got to college, I was playing people, the same size or even bigger than me, faster, stronger. So just transitioning athletically was the toughest part. But skill-wise, I'd say like it was still tough. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like athletically that was the more difficult part of transitioning.
And then finally, do you have any type of pregame routine, any type of music you like to listen to pregame, or any like superstitions, anything like that you got?
So at about 35 minutes left in warm-ups, I'll go get stretched out by our trainer, shout out Rach, and then she'll take my wrist, and then I'll give her my bracelet.
Yeah.
My bracelet has Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come to me, all you that labor and are burdened, and I will refresh you. And I feel like that's the only superstition that I have, pregame. And when I'm listening to, I just like to listen to Drake, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my go-to.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Elijah. Thanks for coming on. And
thanks for having me.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.